Good morning, and thank you for inviting me to speak at this year's commemoration of World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Unfortunately, I'm not able to join you in person today. However, I greatly appreciate this opportunity to offer my support through a video message. Since 2013, UN member states have marked July 30th as a day to raise awareness of human trafficking victims and for the promotion and protection of their rights. This year in Namibia, we have a lot to celebrate. But we also must remain firm in our commitment to combating human trafficking. As you know, Namibia achieved a Tier 1 top ranking in the recently released 2020 Trafficking in Persons report this year. Namibia is the only country in Africa to achieve a Tier 1 ranking this year, joining just 34 nations globally. This is a result of Namibia's firm commitment to combating human trafficking and years of hard work by so many people. I want to congratulate Namibia once again on this enormous achievement. All of us, including Tier 1 countries such as the United States and Namibia, still have room for improvement in combating human trafficking and in supporting its victims. Today, on World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, let us all together recommit ourselves to that fight. There are an estimated 25 million victims of human trafficking throughout the world. No country is untouched by its reach. Namibia is a strong partner and a global leader in combating this terrible crime. Many of you here today are leaders in this effort. I would like to thank you for your dedication and to encourage you to continue your challenging work. Experience has shown that criminalizing human trafficking and supporting its victims requires commitment and time. Yet when governments like Namibia take action, progress toward a world free from human trafficking is possible. Namibia's work last year to bring the Combating of Trafficking of Persons Act of 2018 into force was a major step forward in fighting traffickers and assisting victims. Moving forward, Namibia can work to ensure that all service providers in the government, civil society, and NGOs are trained on the Act, its standard operating procedures, and the national referral mechanism. Only when roles are clear and individuals know what to do when a case of human trafficking is identified can we effectively assist victims and bring traffickers to justice. Traffickers prey on the vulnerable. In the time of COVID-19, instability, lack of access to critical services, and economic suffering mean the number of people vulnerable to exploitation is rapidly growing. Traffickers continue to ensure victims are not free to choose where they live, how they work, or who has access to their bodies. In fact, they are capitalizing on the chaos of the pandemic, finding ways to increase their exploitation. Many trafficking victims are even forced to live in quarantine with their traffickers, since a large number of traffickers are actually family members of victims, and online exploitation is surging. We cannot allow the response needed to slow the pandemic decrease the chance that these victims get the help that they need. Now, more than ever, we must secure access to services for victims and full support for first responders. As we look together to the year ahead, I offer the US government's continued partnership with Namibia to fight human trafficking. Today, we acknowledge our achievements and we ready ourselves for the battle ahead and the work yet to be done. I thank you again for the opportunity to join you today, albeit virtually, and I thank you all for your continued hard work on this very important issue.